doing some practice on GCF and simplifying fractions. There's 14 practice questions, so we're going to go through all of them, and I'll be explaining each one as I go along. First off, what we're going to do is identify the GCF, which is the largest whole number which is shared by a given number. So let's start off by doing 1 times 20, for example. That would equal 20, but 20 isn't a factor of 15. 1 is, but we are trying to find the greatest one. So then you go 2 times 10. Neither 2 or 10 can be a factor of 15. Then you go 4 times 5. 4 can't be a factor of 15, but 5 can. So once you realize that 20 can be divided by 5, and so can 15, there you can find the greatest common factor, because there's nothing above that that would be able to be a common factor. So you're basically just going to divide both ways. So 20 divided by 5 and 15 divided by 5. So add the dash, and then 20 divided by 5 is 4. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So let's do it here. 7 times 1, those are the only two factors of 7. So 7 is obviously greater than 1. And 20 divided by 7 is 4. So you're just going to go divide by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 20 divided by 7 is 4. So you're basically just finding the greatest common factor. And that's how you simplify them. So let's do 12. We've got 12 times 1, but 30 can't be divided by 12. You can go 4 times 3. 4 can't, but 3 is a factor of 30. So let's see if we can go any higher. We've got 6 times 2. 6 is higher than 4, and 6 can also be a factor of 30. So 6 is your greatest common factor. You're going to go 6, 6, and then just divide across. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 30 divided by 6 is 5. Got 8 and 40. So 8 factors, 8 and 1. And basically you just have to see. 1 is obviously a factor of 40, but is 8. You can calculate that, and so 40 divided by 8 is 5. So it is in fact a factor, because it comes out to a whole number. 8 divided by 8 is 1, 40 divided by 8 is 5, so that's how you simplify it. Now let's do 27 and 36. Factors of 27 are 1 and 27. 1 is a factor of 36, but not 27. Then you can do 9 and 3. 3 is a factor of 36, but so is 9, and 9 is the greater one. So you're going to use 9 and just divide across. 9 and 9. Got 2 and 18. The only factor of 2 are 2 and 1. And 2 is also a factor of 18. That's greater than 1. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 18 divided by 2 is 9. We've got 14 and 35. 14 has 4 factors. 1, 7, 1 and 7, or 1 and 14, and 7 and 2. So 14 doesn't work. 1 could work, but that's really small. Could 2 work? No. But 7 works, because 35 divided by 7 is 5. So it's very helpful to know your multiplication tables, up to like 12 at least, so that you'll be able to get the answers quicker without having to do any extra math. 28 and 16. So you could do 28, 1 and 28, but 1 is very small, and 28 is not a factor. You've got 7 and 4. 7 is not a factor, but 4 is a factor, and it seems to be the greatest one. So you'd go 4, 7, and 4. So 7 over 4 is your answer. Question 9 says 20 and 44. So factors of 20, you've got 1 and 20, you've got 2 and 10, you've got 4 and 5, and 4 seems to be the greatest one, because 5 doesn't work, but 4 is a factor of 44, so that is the greatest common factor, and you just divide out by the greatest common factor. 5 over 11, and that can't be, notice how none of these can be simplified any further. You're simplifying the fraction fully. 27 divided by 21. So let me actually write out the factors for anyone that's still a bit confused. So let's do, I always like doing the top one, it's just, you know, the first one that you can see, but you can also check the factors on the bottom. Let me write out the factors. 27, so you've got 1 and 27, and then you've got 9 and 3. And then for 21, you've got 1 and 21, and 7 and 3. Because if you multiply 1 times 27, it's 27, 9 times 3 is 27, 1 times 21 is 21, 7 times 3 is 21. So as you can see, trying to find the greatest common factor, and that would be 3. So you're going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3 to simplify the fraction. 27 divided by 3 is 9, and then 21 divided by 3 is 7, and you can't simplify any further. So here we've got 30 and 70. These are both multiples of 10, so that is probably their greatest factor. 30 divided by 10 is 3, and 70 divided by 10 is 7. Got 3 more. 32 divided by 32 has 8 and 4, 1 and 32, what else? And 16 and 2. And then 24 has 24 and 1, 8 and 3, and 6 and 4, and 12 and 2, so there's a lot. Now we're just finding the greatest common factor, which is common factor is 8. So you're going to go ahead and divide by 8. Got 4 over 3. 6 and 22. 6 has factors 3, 2, 1, and 6. So 6 doesn't work. 3 doesn't work, but 2 works, and 2 is greater than 1. So we've got 3 over 11, and then last practice problem, 56 over 16. So it's good to know your multiplication tables. Once again, you got 7 and 8 for factors of 56, and then you've also got 2 and 28, and then here we've got 8 and 2 and 4 and 4. Also, you can't forget that they are factors of 1 always. And the greatest common factor is once again 8. So 8 and 8, 7 over 2. See, that helped you guys practice simplifying fractions and made it easier. If you do more problems, you'll get a lot better at it. And yeah, thank you for watching.